My father had gone to basic training for the Army to fight in the Korean War down in Louisiana, and he fell in love with the South. And so every year, come springtime, my parents would pull us out of school, and they both say, "You'll learn more hanging around with us than in any schoolroom, kid. Just stay with us." My dad would smoke a pipe, and he always talked to me like this, Lizzie. And both of them were just characters, monstrous characters. And so we would get in the car, and this was before the internet, before interstates. This was the 60s. I was a little kid in the 60s. And we were going down to the south, driving through the 2 lanes, and this was back when there were no Olive Gardens or Home Depots or anything to homogenize the country. We had 3 TV stations, so every state had its own dialect and its own food and its own culture, and it was unique. And we would hit like Kentucky and spend some time in Kentucky, and we'd go to Louisville. We would then go to Alabama and spend some time with the Bellingraph Gardens. My mother was crazy about gardens, so my dad was a great hustler and a con man, and he got a job working for a magazine, and then he would get an assignment to go, okay, now I'm going to go down and photograph great gardens of the South. And then the company would give him the money, and he'd pull us out of school, and we'd all get in the car, Mom, Dad, my brother, and me, and off we'd go on a wild adventure. And thus I spent, it would always end up in New Orleans, and we would eat po' boys and beignets and drink chicory coffee, because my father said there is no other kind. And we would just, I mean, it was wild. They didn't have all these laws and regulations about how people could have their children or not back then. It was actually a free country that we lived in, not like today. And so my parents would walk us up and down Bourbon Street. There's strippers, and there's the girl on the swing coming out over the street. And my mom would go, look, Lizzie, when you get to be 18, we're going to bring you down here. You're going to dance on the bars on Bourbon Street. But for some reason, they did not want me to be a Playboy bunny. Go figure.